Delhi has woken up to the season's worst air quality. The 24-hour average of air quality in the national capital remains at an average of 471. Authorities have advised people to limit outdoor activities. Government and private offices are asked to cut vehicle usage by 30% as air quality in Delhi NCR inch towards the emergency level. Across Delhi, air quality dropped to hazardous category. Parts of Delhi reporting AQI of a little over 500 this morning. AQI in Noida also worse, with parts of the region reporting AQI of 772. Ghaziabad close to the 500 mark. Gurugram also at hazardous levels but below 500. Agencies have asked people to be prepared to in fact stay indoors, and also agencies are preparing themselves to implement the measures under the emergency category of Delhi's Graded Response Action Plan. A set of anti-pollution measures followed in Delhi and its vicinity according to the severity of the situation. The nightmarish situation is likely to see no respite in the next 3 days.
Delhi is breathing toxic air. If you see the overall AQI, it's in between from 450 to 500 in the severe category. I am at Vijay Chowk right now and the AQI here is 500 in the severe category. It's hazardous to the health. If you see the major contributor that are contributing to it is the stubble burning. 35% stubble burning is contributing to the air quality of Delhi. The construction, and it's after the festive season. The winter is approaching. The meteorological conditions are unfavorable. If you see on the ground right now here is, then the Rashtrapati Bhavan is not visible from here. On the normal days when the air quality is in the normal category, then the Rashtrapati Bhavan is always visible. But right now, even though the sun is shining, you cannot see Rashtrapati Bhavan from here. The visibility is still very low.
कि मेरे यहाँ तो सबके गलों में बहुत दर्द हो रहा है एंड सांस लेने में बहुत दिक्कत भी हो रही है और ऊपर से हम मास्क लगा के रखते हैं. सो क्या हो रहा है कि इट्स गेटिंग सफोकेटिंग. डेफिनेटली पॉल्यूशन बहुत है. ये सब हम ही सबकी देन है. इसमें हम किसी को ब्लेम नहीं कर सकते, ना गवर्नमेंट को कर सकते, ना एनवायरनमेंट को कर सकते. इट इज जस्ट अस, जिसकी वजह से ये सारी चीजें हो रही हैं.
रीजन तो कई हैं, सबको मालूम है. एक तो मौसमी रीजन है, दूसरा जो पराली जलती है वो रीजन है, तीसरा जब इस मौसम में अगर गाड़ियां चलेंगी तो उसका सस्पेंडेड पोल्यूशन तो रहता ही है ना. वो हर साल होता है, कोई नई चीज तो है नहीं.
हम लोग ये सोचते हैं कि आना चाहिए कि नहीं, क्योंकि पोल्यूशन का लेवल इतना ज़्यादा है और मेनली ऐसा लगता है कि पराली जलाने से पोल्यूशन है. और सब सरकारों को, हरियाणा, उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार को पॉलिटिसाइज नहीं करना चाहिए. इवन दिल्ली सरकार को भी ठोस कदम उठाने चाहिए पोल्यूशन कम करने के लिए.
Milan Sharma is getting asked more details on that big story from the national capital. Milan, what does it look like in terms of the Delhi government's own set of rules that it plans to bring about right now to see to it that the quality of air that we are breathing right now improves, even if there is a slight improvement?
Well, as far as what steps the Delhi government can take, let me tell you that there have been review meetings not just with the state of Delhi but also with the state of Haryana and Punjab and Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh as well, over incidences of farm fires and stubble burning that has been reported. Certainly, we have seen after Diwali, there has been a level increase in the air quality index, which has shot up by almost 700 to 900 in the past 2 days and has remained there. The air quality is really deteriorated post-Diwali, but we have also seen contributing factors such as vehicular pollution, a Center for Science and Environment Studies says. And that being said, the Graded Response Action Plan meeting that was held on November 8th clearly says that we'll have to be ready for an emergency within the NCR region. Being ready for an emergency in the case of severe air quality definitely means one of the measures that was suggested under the Graded Response Action Plan is to implement the odd and even scheme. We'll have to wait and see if the Delhi government is willing to do that at this point of time. But certainly the air quality that we are breathing in is very bad and unhealthy, not just for children but for elders.
Absolutely.
Which is why the order says that you have to stay indoors, especially and avoid traveling to work as well in staggered time traveling for those going to offices in private as well as government offices.
Milan, thanks for getting us up to speed with that. Be safe. Milan is reporting from the national capital. She's outdoors and she's exposing herself to a lot of hazardous pollutants in the air. And this is what this air pollution can do to you. Right now, you could be feeling breathless. Your eyes might be watery, but there is an impact on the longer term as well. Heart and lung illness is what you could be facing in the near future. Increased stress, accelerated aging. It causes asthma, we know, bronchitis or cancer. It also is going to be shortening your lifespan. That's what air pollution is doing to you and your children right now. Think about it. This, of course, is as per the World Health Organization. There's also furthermore impacts on health when it comes to, when it comes to your organs. For example, your heart is going to be affected. It could be a potential source of a serious lung disease. It could have an impact on vulnerable population, for example, pregnant women who could be carrying. Also, people who are working outdoors, construction workers, for example, these are people who are working outside. Children, senior citizens, vulnerable, again, athletes who are exercising vigorously. The advice is that there should be no exercise at this point in time, at least outdoors. Also, traffic cops, remember the kind of filthy air that they breathe in and out in Delhi and other parts of the country as well, not just in Delhi, when they are in fact on duty, standing outside on the roads, breathing the filthy, the toxic air day in and out. Now, filthy air is haunting the national capital. There's no respite in sight. The Pollution Control Board has issued a new set of measures to fight air pollution. But this is something that we all need to look at and question. Will this even help us? Take a look.
It is literally toxic to breathe in Delhi right now. If you just happen to be in Delhi on Friday, you smoked the equivalent of 15 cigarettes in 24 hours. A big chunk of smog in Delhi is from stubble burning. On Friday, 35% of Delhi's air pollution came directly from farm fires that pushed capital's air quality index over the 450 mark. With situation getting worse, the Delhi government has introduced fresh measures to check the pollution.
In a new advisory issued by the subcommittee of Central Government's Pollution Control Board, all citizens have been asked to limit their outdoor activities and minimize their exposure to toxic air.
Government and private offices have been advised to reduce vehicular usage by 30%, either by working from home or carpooling. With farm fires raging and Delhi's weather conditions unfavorable for dispersion of pollutants, citizens could be in for a long spell of smog. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, there are things which are under our control and there are things which are not under our control. Now, talking about what's really under our control is an initiative that we all can take to take care of ourselves and our family members at this time. What you should be doing, you can exercise indoors. Avoid doing it outdoors. It's not going to help you. Eat green vegetables to improve your immunity. Also eat fruits rich in vitamin C, omega fatty acids also. Also jaggery, it's known to be a product which essentially helps in clearing your system out when it comes to pollution. Flax seeds also are considered extremely healthy. Consume lots of fluids regularly. Also you can steam. That is something that has helped me. It should be helping a lot of other people who have breathing issues and who are extremely allergic, in fact, to pollutants. Now, talking about stubble burning, it's a major contributor and there's no two-way about it. There is, in fact, not an iota of doubt that stubble burning adds to the pollution in Delhi and also in the national capital region. Pollution, stubble burning, not just in Punjab, but in different parts of Punjab. Well, in all of this, there is a man who's actually trying very hard to persuade people not to burn the stubble. He's on a crusade fighting the noble anti-pollution battle, and he's doing so in Amritsar. He's been trying to talk to farmers, asking them to find other ways of, in fact, doing away with the stubble instead of burning them. Aishwarya Paliwal gets us this report.
At a time when Delhiites and most of North India is breathing toxic air, a man 400 kilometers away from the capital has taken up the mantle to stop farmers from burning stubble. Meet Gurmeet Singh, the anti-pollution crusader fighting the noble battle in Amritsar. For 50-year-old Gurmeet, his cycle and his loudspeaker have been inseparable companions for over a decade.
गुरु नानक देव जी का ये श्लोक है, जपजी साहब में पढ़ते हैं रोज हम गुरु ग्रंथ साहब में, कि पवन यानी कि हवा, हवा मीनिंग ऑक्सीजन, ये हमारा गुरु है, पानी जो हमारा वो प्यो है और धरती हमारी माँ है। इन तीनों चीज़ों को बचाने के लिए उनका हमारा देश है, उधर उस आदेश को पूरा करने के लिए मैंने ये मुहिम छेड़ रखी है।
Gurmeet starts his day cycling to the nearby Gurdwara, making announcements to the farmers against stubble burning.
स्कूलों में जाता हूँ, गांव में भी जाता हूँ, स्कूलों में सुबह जाता हूँ, मैं 8 बजे स्कूलों के बाहर जाता हूँ, वहाँ बच्चों को बोलता हूँ कि अपने घर में जे पेरेंट्स को और टीचर को ये सवाल पूछना कि 8-10 साल बाद हमारे पानी पीने के स्रोत क्या हैं। पराली नहीं जला रहे, हम आने वाले अपनी नस्लों को जला रहे हैं। ये आज समझें ना समझें, पर कल को हमारे को ये समझना पड़ेगा कि हमने अपने हाथों से अपने घर चलाया है।
From the Gurdwara, he moves to nearby villages, telling villagers about the harms of farm fires and its effects on the air we breathe.
What you see behind me is testimony of the very fact that both the agencies and the governments, central government as well as state governments, are not taking the issue seriously, because of which a year on, when I am here in the same state at the same time, what I see around myself is the entire state still burning. This is Aishwarya Paliwal reporting for India Today with camera person Satya Ranjan.
Well, the only way to contain vector-borne diseases like dengue is to follow vector containment measures on mosquito breeding grounds. The municipal corporations in Delhi now have identified high-risk areas of dengue mosquito breeding in the national capital. Milan Sharma gets us more.
Delhi is reeling from its worst dengue outbreak since 2017.
The city has recorded more than 2,700 cases.
20% of them among children less than 14 years of age. The 4 municipal corporations of Delhi have identified high-risk dengue zones for better facilitating countermeasures. The North Municipal Corporation has identified 149 high-risk zones for mosquito breeding. These include Chandni Chowk, Paharganj and Karol Bagh. 35 hotspots have been identified by the South Municipal Corporation. These include Gautam Nagar, Malviya Nagar and Mehrauli. The East Municipal Corporation has listed 16 such hotspots. 3 hotspots have been identified in New Delhi. South Delhi's Gautam Nagar has reported the highest number of dengue cases in Delhi.
South Delhi Municipal Corporation has identified 35 hotspots where breeding of mosquitoes causing dengue fever is happening in the zone. Gautam Nagar happens to be one of the hotspots where the highest number of cases are being reported from. I'm just walking distance from AIIMS, and the reason that most reporting happens here is that people live near the hospital area where dengue cases are being reported in maximum numbers.
Fogging, checking for mosquito breeding grounds, covering stagnant water with tarpaulins are among the various measures that can check mosquitoes. But these measures are seldom visible on the ground.
Officials say that construction of houses, unchecked terraces have stagnant water that needs to be covered. But more needs to be done by the municipal corporations as well to make sure that in areas as congested as these, that dengue does not become a hotspot here and affect Delhiites in the worst way possible. With camera person Ajay Thakur, this is Milan Sharma in New Delhi for India Today.
Battleground UP is all set to witness an action-packed day today. A high-voltage clash between the BJP and the Samajwadi Party is taking place with Amit Shah and Akhilesh Yadav campaigning in UP's key constituencies. Shah is going to be holding a rally in Samajwadi Party's stronghold of Azamgarh, while Akhilesh is going to be campaigning in UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's home turf of Gorakhpur. Amit Shah is scheduled to address a public meeting in Azamgarh and then lay the foundation stone at the Shiv Harsh Kisan PG College. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and other senior BJP leaders will be accompanying him. SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav is going to be leading the third phase of his party's Vijay Yatra in Yogi Bastion, Gorakhpur. Well, that story and much more up on our website. That's indiatoday.in. You can also download the app. That's it from me for the moment. Thanks for watching.